There we are. All right. So we should be live. Hey, you guys. What's that movie? Hey, you guys. What movie was that?
Goonies.
I knew.
Yeah.
I knew you guys would know. I'm going to pull up on Facebook real quick just to see how it looks in my feed. Yeah. Hold on. We look good. Okay, cool. What's that movie? All right. So first of all, shout out to Ephraim and the interview mode. This is brand new. So if you have a Mac computer and want to use StreamYard on crack, Ephraim is the way to go. That's exactly what this is. So, hey, Gage, if you
how much they pay you for that?
Not enough. That's for sure. Let me stick you guys' names up there. I can put the names up there too. Look at that. That's great. Look at that. Sexy. All right, so welcome.
Transparent too.
Audio, yeah, man. Audio broadcasting of the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast.
Makes me look like I don't need a haircut.
You just get one? Your profile pic say otherwise. All right, so y'all hold on just 1 second. All right, y'all, and we back. Is that the intro? Did you guys?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I love it.
The only problem I got with it is you got me looking like 12 on there.
Well, I use your cockpit. That's probably why.
It is what it is.
I use your
It was tough
cockpit,
though.
boy.
It was tough though.
Yeah.
So don't be mad. Don't be mad. I use a cockpit. Again, I'm shooting this. I'm shooting this broadcast inside of eCam right now, live community. So you guys, if you have not tried interview mode, man, jump on it. It's I'm just learning. But be it, I'm a StreamYard guy. It was kind of easy, but then at the same time, not so much because we 10 minutes late because I can't see. Anyways, fellas, thank you for joining me today. I got Kev the Great from the great state of Texas. I got Dewayne and Ephraim both in the great state of Georgia. Ephraim and Dewayne are part of the morning group that I have, the Brothers of Legacy. Pastor Brian could not join us because I didn't want to bring him on a topic about OnlyFans. But anyways, we'll at the end of there. Hopefully, you might catch the replay. So what I like to do in my podcast, you guys, is, I don't stay on the podcast long, maybe 30, 35 minutes. But one of the things that I like to do first is it's kind of like paying homage to the Brothers Who Talk. Me and AD have a segment that we do called Tell 'Em Why You're Mad. If you guys have ever watched, listen to the podcast, we do a segment called Tell 'Em Why You're Mad. So I have a segment in my podcast called Take Several Seats, which is the same thing almost, but different verbiage. So, and the people, the one person I'm going to talk about, I'm going to ask either one of you, is there something or someone in your life that need to take several seats? Who that is? But I want to jump start it because I'm just watching the White House press secretary, Kayleigh, whatever her name, Kayleigh McEnany. I wish that she would sit down and just take several seats. Now she's on this press conference. It was live on Yahoo, and one of the reporters really pressed her about the fact that President Trump did not denounce white supremacy. She comes back and says, yes, he did. I'm like, what debate, lady, were you watching? Oh, he didn't do it, and then the debate, he did it the next day. Oh, that makes a difference. So one of the reporters asked her who the Proud Boys was. She had no idea who the Proud Boys were. I'm like, are you kidding me? You know who the Proud Boys are. Don't do that. But she said that he denounced him the next day. I'm like, okay, I don't see the report. He was talking about,
I ain't seen it.
Yeah. You see, did you hear the reports about all the ballots? And during the debate, he kept talking about the mail-in ballots. All the ballots was found in the ditch. in a river or something. And one of the reporters asked her, "Well, where's the river at?" And she sidestepped. She kowtowed. She did the funky Watusi all over that question. She didn't want none of that.
You ain't even got to ask about a river. That's a federal crime. So where's the report at?
Where's the report at?
Yeah.
There you go. That's a good one. So, Kaylee Macaroni and Cheese, whatever your last name is.
No.
Take several seats, my lady. Take several seats. You're killing me over here. I don't know what's going on with you and why you think. Well, I know she's his mouthpiece, because she's the White House press secretary. But she's bad. She lies with a straight face. Like, how do you do that? Who does that?
She want to keep her job. Everybody else either got fired or quit. So,
man, you better quit that. I think she's pulling a Monica Lewinsky. That's what I think.
What exactly is that?
Shall we go there? This is a
well, that's a great segue. Show us about OnlyFans.
No better segue. So Kevin, who needs to take several seats in your life, brother? Or you know what?
Man, I got a list. We ain't got time for a list.
Give me one.
Most important, the people that need to take several seats in my life.
A whole group of them.
That's gonna be a group. It's gonna be a group because it's still. I just saw on the news today. We have literally there was an increase of people that just caught the virus, and there's an interview. Well, there's a how do you say it? There was people that were told, "Oh, well, are you still using a mask?" No, and they literally outright said no. As if this isn't a serious situation, you know. So those people that are not using a mask have several seats behind the other several seats that they need to take. It's ridiculous. How would you feel if someone came into your house coughing, sneezing, had this, had these situations going, yet they tell you, "I'm not gonna wear a mask." That's pretty much how the interview went this morning. It's stupid. And if I could, I'd throw firecrackers at their feet every time they took a step around me.
Not firecrackers.
These people are, like my grandmother says in Mississippi, they ignorant.
Ignorant with the G.
So
ignorant. But there's no.
Oh yeah, she 101 years old and she's still vibrant with it, and she'll call you ignorant.
They so ignorant.
And these folks are ignorant.
They so ignorant. All right,
similar phrase. Who
needs to take several seats?
For me, man, it's gonna be Steve Ballmer, man. I do not agree with firing Doc Rivers. This need to win now. You the Clippers, you in LA, you got Kawhi. Why he got to get fired the following year? I don't get it. Things take time. You cannot glue together championship teams unless you're Pat Riley. Shout out to the Don. But you cannot just do that. You have to let things happen. The man got Kawhi. Everybody gonna have to take a step back next year when Golden State comes. So I think firing Doc, not just premature, but just it's just the wrong move. Doc, and not Ty Lue. I don't know who they're gonna hire, but Ty Lue probably can get a response out of these guys. But firing Doc, I just don't put this one on Doc, man. So Steve need to have a seat.
I don't. Ty Lue.
That part.
How is he a coach? Anyways, I don't know. Dewayne needs to take several seats.
The groundskeepers for MetLife Stadium need to take seats and get fired and don't come back ever again. Because of them, my 49ers had to play 2 games back to back at that godforsaken place. And we lost our quarterback. We lost our starting defensive end. We have 2 starting defensive end Pro Bowl. We got Pro Bowlers that are on injury reserve right now, thanks to MetLife Field.
That's right, Bosa's out.
So,
right?
Yes, because of that. Yeah. So, New York Giants and New York Jets, you need to fire your whole groundkeeping staff and whoever decided to buy turf and not plant grass. All of them.
I think it was a setup.
They just decimated the Super Bowl roster.
Yeah.
That was a whole setup, bro. Like for real.
It was.
All right. So if you're in here, if you're watching me on Facebook right now, and listening to me on audio, I do have a merch store, but apparently Teespring has taken it down. So I'm not going to run the ad for that, but that would be bad. So let's get right to our topic, okay? So our topic today, we're talking about, if you saw the intro, a lot of fellas are aware of the website OnlyFans.com. Now, I want to say, first of all, I'm not bashing OnlyFans. I feel like, people have to, people make whatever living they have to do, especially in this quarantine era. But if you are unfamiliar with where's my arrow? I can't call my arrow. I'm mad now. There it is. Okay. So if you guys are unfamiliar with OnlyFans, I'll give you a little bit of history. Okay. OnlyFans was started back in 2016 by the young lady by the name of Erica Heidewald. She started up OnlyFans, and OnlyFans is based.
She's probably balling now.
You think she ain't? And
she's balling.
Headquartered out of London, UK. Let's start there. Now, every time you want to ban TikTok, I'm going to ban OnlyFans too. All right. But like I said, the ban is not about OnlyFans. Now, you guys, what extent do you know of OnlyFans? You guys have a lot of. I know Ephraim does it, but.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, I know. I'm
learning. I'm learning so much today.
Look, you the only one. You the only wholesome one on the show. Just know that. Just know that.
I'm just
the little devils.
First time hearing them.
First time. Okay. All right, we're gonna play stupid. Okay. All right. So this is what we're gonna. And I'm a Twitter fan, right? I go on Twitter a lot. Yeah. and I watch Twitter. And Twitter has become this whole different entity. I'm not sure if you guys are on Twitter outside of Periscope. I know Dewayne's on Periscope. I used to be on Periscope. I think I'm still here, but Twitter has become just this whole mecca of OnlyFans. That's where everybody posts their stuff. But I'm trying to figure out something. As men, how do we let our women get to this place? And I understand that it's the new sex, job, the porn industry. I get it, right? So that's why I'm saying I'm not knocking OnlyFans. I want people to understand that. I'm not knocking OnlyFans. I'm not saying that they should go out of business. I ain't saying none of that. But what I'm saying is, how do we get here? Why? What purpose is it? I know one young lady in particular that's on OnlyFans or has an OnlyFans page, and she's married with like 4 or 5 kids. Like, as a man, what do you say? How can a woman come to you and say that?
So you saying it's on the men then? You putting the blame on the men, or placing the start? It starts.
I'm asking in general. I'm not placing blame anywhere. I'm just asking. But did we go wrong? Can we carry some of this blame? No.
No. It's a choice. It's a choice.
Okay.
It's a choice.
There's some influences leading up to it.
Okay.
But who's buying the product though?
We is
men and women.
True.
Men and women, yeah. And then on top of that, not only that, women look at us as, well, we're supposed to be the deciding factor for everything. We're not the deciding factor for you going to OnlyFans and creating that. That's your decision.
Yeah.
Now, you want to put the blame on us? Yeah, we buy the content, and other women do too, but that's nowhere near men's fault for that.
I'm gonna tell you what was told to me, right? Somebody said I had enough experience with garbage dudes, with trash dudes, and giving it away for free, and wish I never had. So I can go over here and make money, get the same feeling I got from this dude that didn't do A, B, or C right, and I'm happy at the end of the day, and I ain't gotta have the memory of messing with this dude. That's what I was told one time. But at the end of the day, it's a choice. Sex sells, and people find a way. Just like LeBron, I don't mean to mix it, but like the same way LeBron took his talent to South Beach and took ownership and control, I think you kind of see the same thing in this.
I'm gonna take my talent
in the porn. Yeah, in the porn industry.
It's ownership. Yeah, I get you that, D.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the porn industry, you got some corporation that's giving them maybe 10-15% of the profits that they make. So they take it to their own website, to their own domain or whatever else. And it's like, I don't have to stoop as low as I did in the porn industry, and I still can make more money. And it's all mine.
It's a soft version of porn, no doubt. And just for research, it's a softer version.
Okay.
They take 20%. OnlyFans does. So the creators get 80%. And like if we just started with the money first, they are making money. And it's hard to tell people, go clock in or go turn on the camera for 30 minutes and get like $100,000 a year. It's really hard. It's like the drug game. Stop selling all that dope and go work for the white man who ain't gonna give you half of what you got. You get what I'm saying? Like there's other things that have to be fixed. We have to give them other opportunity outside of that. But judgment.
Well, you got to add not only that, this whole pandemic. I got some friends. Right? They moved from. I mean, they can't, since the strip club industry pretty much shut down with this whole pandemic. They went to OnlyFans, and now it's a virtual strip club scene or whatever.
That makes sense. Yeah.
I don't have it. Yeah. I don't need no OnlyFans or whatever. To me, why buy something when you got other stuff that's free?
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
The cow, but the milk for free. No, I'm not acting
exactly. So, but I'm not. I don't knock anyone's hustle. It's a legal hustle on top of that. So, when this whole pandemic shut down strip clubs and things, they leaned on that as a outlet, a hustle.
Yeah. Okay.
Get your money. I don't care. It's not something for me. It's not for everybody. And I happen to be one of those people that it ain't for. Otherwise, I get killed on top of that.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things that, that's why, and that's one of the reasons why I say we men, it's not our fault. That's the side hustle that you chose to go with. Mm-hmm. So to address men as saying, well, we can point the blame, and no, we buy the product, we the crackheads of it, but you supplying us with good content. Why not?
Yeah.
So I don't knock the people that buy the OnlyFans either.
No,
so they're making their money. They're making their money. So there's no doubt about that. And like you said, it's just a natural. They had to keep eating during the furlough, right? Okay, but legacy-wise, integrity-wise, moving on in the future-wise, they carry that, right? Like, would you rather have an OnlyFans career woman or a porn star woman? You know what I'm saying? Like,
pick the lesser of two evils, like our president of Canada.
Because there's some OnlyFans ladies on there that are just themselves. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any other. They're just doing whatever they touching their toe and flipping backwards, and they doing whatever you request of them. But they don't have another party on there, right? Y'all ain't in the toes, right? I'll leave that alone.
Oh yeah.
So it's they doing that. So some of it in their mind is like not as bad in their mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because it's in their mind. I think it's a solo act. I ain't gotta bring somebody else into my space. But for the fan, the one thing that I see that might be different, and y'all skirted around it. I'm gonna say it, right? I used to have a porn addiction, right? And one of the reasons that I said if I was still struggling, I wouldn't struggle in that area is because there's way too much free porn out there than for me to go pay. But the difference is you got some guys who want that, they want that control. Hey, toot it this way. Move that way. Do this.
Now, I don't think it's voyeurism. I think that what the people put their content on, and she may take suggestions, but they don't sit there and go, hey.
No, some of them do. Some of them, they do live shows. No, they do live shows.
Live?
Kind of like
they do live shows and it's interactive.
Hey.
That's nasty. Okay.
Yeah.
But for me, if I were dating an OnlyFans and then let alone decided to marry her, I feel it would be very hard to cover my future wife with all that out there. How we show up at Thanksgiving and I have her back. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you saying you feel like Kanye when he take Kim home to meet the family.
Yeah.
All of your cousins, all of your brothers done seen Ray J done.
Bro, look, that's a great example. How successful is Kim Kardashian?
Right.
But how often is that tape brought up? You know what I'm saying? Like, how often is that there? And of course, people will be like, and this is not about holding your past against you. Like T said, though, some of these women married right now. You know what I'm saying? So we have given women.
Cool with that.
And they're cool. And we have given.
Why is it? I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't need to talk. Go ahead.
I'm just saying we have given women a lot of reasons to be embarrassed too now. Like, we done stepped out on these ladies and they done had to carry that. I got my baby mama across town. She pregnant and my wife got to do. You get what I'm saying? So we've given them reason to have to quote unquote hang their head down too. So we not off the hook. But I'm saying, how do I go on knowing that, like, oh, that's your wife? Hold on 1 second. Oh, okay.
Y'all follow her.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you
get a refund. I paid $9.99 this month, and you didn't get nothing.
If your homeboy follows your wife's OnlyFans page, are you mad at him? Like, can he come over to the house?
Right.
You know,
no,
he ain't coming over. No.
No.
Do it from over there.
We ain't homeboys no more either.
We sure ain't.
Yeah.
And how do I support my wife? Do I get a T-shirt with an OnlyFans tag? You know, do I say good job, baby? Do I try to help her grow her subscription? Like, it's just confusing for me. Like,
you the cameraman.
I can't do it, man.
I'm the cameraman. Anything you need, man. Like, come on.
I can't do it.
That's because it's male nature. You know, like, I don't know, as far as Kev and Ephraim, I don't know y'all past, like, how you've lived and what you made mistakes in, but me and Terry talked a couple times. It's like when I've cheated, you know, I still, if my ex would have cheated on me, I would have been able to forgive her. But the male in me, I'm just saying, average male, it still ain't an easy thing, because I know dudes who got babies on their exes or their wives, and then she talked to another dude. It's dang near divorce court.
Yeah.
So I think one thing that these women need to know and think about prior to getting into this type of business is, unless you're good being single, you're only going to have a certain type of man that you're going to be able to attract after your career is over with.
You're right.
Yeah, and it does end.
Because it's to me, I'm telling you what OnlyFans to me is. To me is, OnlyFans is a huge thirst trap. To me. I mean, it's just like, you know how women post these provocative pics online, and then as soon as these gullible dudes jump in their inbox, the first thing out their mouth is, what?
Get out my inbox.
You thirsty. You thirsty. Get out my box. And you hate that, right? And so it's the same thing I feel with OnlyFans, is that they put these subscriptions up, and these gullible dudes get in there. And we don't want to put that on vibrate live, sir. That's money calling. That's no. That's okay. That's money calling. But I just feel like it's a big thirst trap. And as men, you know, what Dewayne, to his point, we talked about earlier, we struggle in that area. And so it lets me know that some men still struggle in their area, because you're willing to give $10 a month to somebody you don't even know, only because she flashes her boobs. I mean, or whatever she does. I heard that's some strange stuff going down on OnlyFans.
Look, they do whatever your mind can think of.
You still have that with strip clubs too. I mean, you go to a strip. What's the general idea of a strip club? You go to a strip club. You see things that, you know.
It depends on what city you're in.
I can't do it.
Facts.
Atlanta and Miami is different from Atlanta and Miami, or I don't know what.
That's strip clubs right there. It's a lifestyle. It's a vibe. They go in there for the music industry. They go to break records. Like, strip club is a different nature in the A and in Miami.
Oh yeah.
I can't. Don't make that money, honey.
Never been in one in Atlanta ever.
But so here's my question to y'all though.
Yeah.
All right. So we got this OnlyFans that popped off, and it just blew up 2020.
Crazy.
Pandemic wise, it really blew up. Now you got celebrities jumping into the game.
Yeah.
Beyonce even said in her face she may start her OnlyFans. Will we be mad at her? Well, we look at her a different way.
Why would you do that?
Really did start
if Beyonce jumped in her fans only, it's not gonna be what y'all think. Y'all gonna see her newest outfit. She might, it's not gonna be. She hasn't. Yeah. It's not gonna be what you
like
think.
That.
And it's gonna blow up though. She gonna have 1 million subscribers. She gonna get filthy paid, and you gonna see
even if she was topless, she finna make more money than Jay-Z. She finna be worth more than Jay-Z if she decided.
I don't want to see her.
But you won't. I guarantee you won't.
They trash.
She'll do it just to break the internet. That's it. But you won't see nothing.
And then you got Cardi B, who of course she got her OnlyFans started up, and you got fans that are there. A lot of her fans. It was on Instagram. Someone that started up an argument where she was live and someone gave her an $800 tip. A gentleman gave her an $800 tip on her OnlyFans, and people are saying, well, she shouldn't be getting money when she's already rich. Yet again, here we are with this whole, scene. When you're rich, I guess you're not supposed to make more money on the side.
Yeah, that's ludicrous. No, that's ludicrous.
It is ludicrous.
Now, if you want to talk about morality of it, well, that still only goes. I mean, we can have that discussion, but still, that only goes so far because each of these individuals are responsible for themselves, and if they believe something completely different than me, then I can't speak on it. I can speak on it from a society and a social thing, but as far as our choices go, whatever you can take, whatever you're responsible for, and you're willing to take the consequences for, do what you do.
Okay.
And it goes back to the drug dealer for me. I made $1 billion this year, and I'm still selling drugs. Like, I thought I was doing this to get out of that lifestyle. So it's not like I'm not hating on her for making the money, but like you gotta still sell the body part. Like, you could be doing like real estate, you can do whatever you want. Like, you have made it. So that's my question for her. You use that, you hustle. You remember back when we were coming up. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just saying when we were coming up, you were a stripper because you were trying to make it through college. Now it's like a career. Like, I'm gonna launch. I got merch coming out, and I got these onesies I'm gonna sell. Then I'm selling this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a whole. Like, they are diving into the industry instead of trying to find a way out. So that's my question with her. Like, do you still have to do that?
Point? Yeah, what's the point? You sold like I'm with Ephraim. You sold dope in '86. It's 2020. You should be doing something a little different.
Can we talk about the other side of maybe why women do it?
Right.
You guys know, minister or not, I want all. And there was a point in time that I was a certified hoe, just being real. Now, during that time, you know how much free stuff I got from women, and then left. Never spoke to them again, or may not even talk to them for a couple weeks, couple months. But I got videos, pictures, and everything else. So maybe they said, I'm tired of giving all this away for free for somebody who ain't gonna stick around and don't want me. Let me at least get paid, and then I don't have to deal with the emotional.
The business side is undeniable. They own the content. People is in high demand. Sex is going nowhere. Prostitution is one of the oldest institutions. So, like, it makes sense. And like Kel was saying, like, even during the pandemic, it's no wonder that it blew up. I'm sitting at the house, bored. Okay, and you want to
get to work from home?
Then come online. Hey, I hope y'all got that stimulus check ready.
That's right. I got something for you.
I got something for that check. I want your check too. And look, how many people hated their job and didn't want to go back to their job? Made some money, made more money, and be like, wait a minute now. I kind of like being at home.
Yeah. And how many dudes you seen hate on chicks with OnlyFans page because they can't get at them?
Right.
Yeah.
Because the perception is what you can't OnlyFans, you loose. You'll do anything you want. You know what I'm saying?
You for the streets.
Yeah, you for the streets. So why aren't you trying to holler at me? You know?
You for everybody.
On a serious note, though, fellas, is that I've seen a lot of advertisements on OnlyFans with girls who are not what society says is beautiful, and they'll go because people know BBWs. And they get on there and big girls are winning, and big girls are really winning. I don't care what nobody says. Oh, yeah, if you listening to me, big girls
it's the year of the big girl
in these streets.
Yep.
And so, but a lot of them get on there because of it's a self-esteem issue, and they feel like they can get on OnlyFans, get a couple of subscribers, and make some money. And it's not really, it's not, for a lot of people, it's not about money. It's about the attention of it all. It's the attention about my inbox blowing up and all that. And that's the purpose of the reason why I wanted to bring you guys on here. Did we fail?
At that point. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And we might have failed as a father at that point too, T.
Yeah.
Where's that girl's father that said, "Hey, baby, you are beautiful"? You feel what I'm saying? Because you're absolutely right. I go from no attention from the guys, no attention from my family, to my phone won't stop ringing, Cash App just going, wait a minute, I'm on to something. Maybe my circle was just too small. I need to show this to the whole world. And those are the ones I'm scared for, because they're going to do even more outrageous stuff. Just for the attention. Yeah. So I feel like we might have failed right there as a father. That might have started at the home. Why your daughter don't feel like she's beautiful?
There's no substitute for love.
None.
There's no substitute for love, and people will do a lot of things for love or trying to fill that gap, that void. And I've told you guys my stories for the longest. It started with my pops not being around. I ain't know. And when I went into my promiscuous age, or the promiscuous period of my life, it was because I was trying to feel something, that satisfaction of making a woman feel a certain way. When I to my own self and had a conversation, it was like it only felt good because it said I love you for a brief moment. And then I had to deal with the feeling. See, my thing is this. I know there's a lot of girls that do it for the money. Then there's do it for the reasons that you just said. But the same pattern happens. Like when we do something that we don't particularly agree with, but we do it because there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. When we get to that pot of gold, normally there's a feeling of disgust. And it's like there's a feeling of nastiness. I don't know if it I felt that way, but I've done stuff and I was just like, man, I feel so dirty. I just feel it's just right. And it's like, bam, and you know that, but you will find yourself doing it again.
Yes, sir.
And it's the same feeling. It's like, why can't I shake it? And those are the girls, the ones who are going to have those issues that I sit back and I'm like, man, that the rubber's going to meet the road at one point. What do these women do? Is there going to be any help? Because I've seen it in the porn industry. You see people who've been in the porn industry for years who all of a sudden get saved. And now these people are dealing with that healing. And you got some people who look at them like, yeah, I used to watch your stuff. I can't even look at you right. But they're still...
But what do you do if you're dating a girl and she doesn't tell you up front? And you already caught feelings and now you know. And I halfway don't blame her for not telling you, because if she told you, hey, before you even think about liking me, blah, blah, blah.
You might want to know.
Y'all 4 months in, and hey, before this go any further, I want to let you know, got a little pass, got a little whatever. What do you do with it then?
You can't be that nonchalant about it, though. I got a little pass. It's not.
Yeah, exactly. See, if you're going that route, you gotta be with someone. Like I always tell my friends, I'm very blunt when I give out relationship advice.
No,
I'm not the greatest, even though my name says Kev the Great, but I give advice based on lifestyles. Like, let's say for instance, like for me, I want my lady fits my lifestyle. She fits me. She's my other half. She's literally my mirror. So when I'm looking at something, I want a reflection of how my future is going to be, and my future's bright with her. I give her that, and I tell her that, and I think it's, men have that responsibility to make sure that their woman knows that. Now, when it comes to giving other people advice, look, find someone that fits you. If you like the club scene and you like to go out and you like to party, you like to do this, okay, you living for the moment. Find someone that's going to live for the moment with you. But if you can't deal with that, if you go out with someone they seem right for just right now, there's no reason for you to be in a relationship. There's literally no reason for you, because at that moment, when that moment ends, it's cutthroat. You know, so if you find, like, I literally had a friend that dated a stripper. This was 10 years ago. I don't have him on Facebook, so I'm cool. Yes. All right. So he dated a stripper. And what? Yeah, he dated a stripper, and it got serious quick. And we looked at him. Me and my boys, we looked at him. He's like, I don't know about this, but he wanted to live for the moment. But his moment was just so sporadic. And it was so quick. It blindsided all of us. It was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with her? We know the outcome. We knew what was going to happen. Yeah. And what happened? He ended up marrying her.
Oh, Lord.
A month and a half in. She's got a kid. She's a stripper. She likes to party and drink. And then he liked to drink at the time too. But we were the type of guys that like to just kick back at, either at my house or, at just natural, little parties, not going out, no club. After 3 months of being married, they had each other's throat. She wants a divorce. He wants a divorce.
Yeah.
This is why I tell people, you can't, if the stripper, if you try to date a stripper, you better be up for it. You better be up for a challenge, because you don't get some people. Man, I saw your lady in the club last night. Oh, I can't have that, bro.
Yeah.
We fight that. Fight words.
No, because they ain't gonna say that. No, you gotta say it like they said. Man, I saw your chick. I saw her busting her handstand, popping it on the pole last night. That's how they gonna say it.
That's how you guys say.
They're gonna take the whole detail.
Yeah.
But let me ask you though, is there a difference between dating OnlyFans and dating Holly Berry at the Monsters Ball? You feel what I'm saying? Like, is there anything different than what they doing in Hollywood?
There is a difference.
I mean, I know they're not really having sex, but Holly Berry's swordfish picture will forever be out there. Hey, is it not the same thing?
And look, Monster Ball,
on the internet, it stays on the internet.
Monster Ball, I don't know if you can say they didn't. It looked real to me.
That's some good acting.
It looked real to me.
Oh, Billy.
I know I couldn't. Yeah. I could have been an actor, and that happened, and stuff not happened. So,
but what's the difference though between your lady being out there and she got paid for it and Holly got paid for it?
Yeah.
So I'm saying if a girl was giving you that case, how do we tell them, nah, baby, that's different. That's Holly. You not Holly. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing.
Yeah, right.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of putting it down at the same time too. If you say that.
Yeah. But you got to look at it from what other people would think. If it's Holly Berry, people are like, "Oh, you Holly Berry?" But yeah, no.
So if you get credit for
that sounds good. Look, that sounds good that sounds good until it's you. Because Kanye knew. It's true. Kanye knew. Reggie Bush knew. They both knew, right? But it was cool until people started It was cool until people start saying it in their face.
Yeah. Then
we got, hey, don't talk about my wife.
Yeah.
Now it's not, don't talk about Kim K. Don't talk about my wife.
And it's amazing how fast we get into defense, right? I mean, he was ready to fight his fans behind that thing. Like, you knew.
Because you got to cover your wife. But you got to cover your wife.
But to your point earlier, though, it's hard to protect her if her past is that volatile, because that's why women, ladies, you have to be careful what you're doing. I understand for the moment, like what Kev said earlier, if you're living in the moment, that's one thing, but when you're making lifetime decisions, especially if it's going on social media now, that stuff stays forever. It don't go nowhere.
It's on the internet. It's on the internet.
I'm telling you,
can I let you in on a secret?
What's up, buddy?
So, there is no lifetime decision. Every decision is a lifetime decision.
Well, yeah, everyone is.
I mean,
I'm just saying. But it still can affect you. Case in point.
True that.
For men, that one of the adverse effects that most people won't ever talk about comes to OnlyFans and porn and anything else. Mm-hmm. It directly affects your relationship if you're in a relationship with a monogamous relationship with a woman. It's going to be affected.
Yeah, one way or the other.
She either she's not gonna be what you gravitate to when you watch porn, and you're gonna start not being as turned on by her as you normally would, because now you got 6-7 hours a night on the internet when she sleep.
I mean, that could be problematic.
And it normally does. That's the side of it nobody ever talks about, because it's cool when you single or when you running through chicks, but when you get in a relationship and you can't properly love on your wife because you got these images stuck in your head. That's a problem for us that we never talk about.
And fellas, too, to Dwayne's point, y'all be easy with Instagram. Don't be over there getting mind raped by all this stuff on your timeline.
For sure.
Watching all these different images of these ladies, because it's the same thing. It's a softer version of porn. You know what I'm saying? So it's deceptive, man. I'm with you on that, D. It stays with you, man.
Forever and ever. I mean, you can't have those lucid dreams of Lisa Ann or Brandy Love, and don't ask me who they are because it's none of your business. But
you just aged yourself.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah.
I was like, can you imagine marrying one of them and be like, it's just like, what's my girl? The Mia.
You could if you never saw them work.
No.
Yeah.
Mia
if you
didn't know who they were.
Who?
If you didn't,
but a lot of them retire, man. You know, I listened to an interview one time with an old porn star, Talia Blue, and she was talking about how she got out the game. It was just too much for her. She couldn't handle it no more. And she said that she would be out with her grandma, and people would come up rushing at her like, hey, you know, and then she's like, nah, don't say nothing. You know, it's my grandma.
It's grandma.
So they know that it carries over. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying earlier. We kind of share the blame with both. Theirs is on video. Men's business be out in the street. Like, you know, everybody know you got 87 babies all across town. And she got to live with that at the grocery store when she out and about. And all women have had to hold their heads up high for a long time. And now they got this plans only, and it's putting on the guys, man. Like, now we got to sit there like, nah, Nick Cannon, that's my lady. Don't say that. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
It's tough.
She's out here broadcasting that, man. I mean, like, one of you guys said something about it being a lasting impression. I don't know if it was you or Kevin, but you know, Mia Khalifa, who just came out of the game, and she's been out of the game for a couple of years now. They raped her like literally with her money. Yeah, she didn't own none of her stuff. They got her good.
She didn't make not a dime.
Nothing on all
That's
the movies
crazy.
she made. I mean, years and years and years of porn. This girl won awards and all that jazz, and she got nothing. Right? And so even now, she does regular social media. She does a sports show. She does the TikToks. I mean, she does, and people still drag her through the mud when she's doing a TikTok. I went on one of her TikTok the other day. I mean, she had like 10,000 comments. People just dragging this chick. How you did? Yeah, look, what I did in my past is my past. I can't. That's what I'm saying. It's very important. You can't. But it's very important that what we do, because it will come back. And, you know, man, you can't nobody take you serious. But one comment said, "We can't take you serious when you took loads to the face." That's one of the comments. And I'm like, really? Why would you? Seriously?
But if it was a woman that made that comment, it's possible that she did too, and the world just don't know about it.
Exactly, and it was a lady. Yeah, as a matter of fact, it was a lady.
And she probably did. She probably inspired some of her moves that she learned on her own.
She ain't lying. Probably took a load to the face right before she put the comment.
Why should she put in the comments? You were taking one, but I got a comment. Oh, hey, Will that? I'm doing it. Let's see. I can't read that. There it is. Hallie wasn't busting it open on losing Isaiah though. She's not dating. She's not doing that for every role. Otherwise, it would be fun.
No. I hope I didn't say it like that. No, I mean, you got Swordfish, you got Monsters Ball. You know what I'm saying? I heard she got 500,000. My point is, Holly is heralded. Anybody on this, and no disrespect to y'all wives, but if any of y'all were married to Holly, everybody be like, you know he married to Holly, right? You know what I'm saying? It would be a credit. You know what I'm saying? But if I got the OnlyFans, everybody gonna be like, yeah, he cool, but look, you know,
that's because society always to gloss over what it wants to make wholesome and healthy.
Yeah.
Right.
And this is like, even with our president, I mean, come on. The behavior that's socially acceptable by the left, by the conservative left, if it was anybody other than the president with the exact same actions, it would not be the same thing. And see, I think society, I think we have to get to the point where people live lives. You know, that's morally wrong, but it's your choice. That's morally, you're gonna have to deal with it. Your children gonna have to. If you got children, look, I'm telling you, 15-year-old boy in high school know your mama if she got an OnlyFans page.
So
yes, sir.
Now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's a fight right
Let
there.
her have a TikTok.
That's a fight right there. That's a fight.
That's where that term MILF come from. You know, these kids know.
Stifler's mom.
Yeah. Stifler's mom, she was bad though. But
society, like you saying, man, it's unfair. Let's keep it real. They got a higher standard for the ladies. You know, if I got 3 ladies that I'm with, you know, I'm the man. If she mess with maybe one, you know, she out there, she a hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. It's not the same. It's a beast, man, and they got to carry it. If Hillary Clinton would have came out talking about, you know, I just like, you got to grab them, you know, you got to grab them.
You got to grab them by the schlong, baby.
That's the only way you get that attention. You know what I'm saying? It would be over. She wouldn't be a lady no more. But for him, it's just locker room talk. You know how the boys be. You know, it's excuse.
Double standard.
Double standard is real.
Double standard go a long way, and a lot of people play on that double standard mess, and a lot of the time it come back and bite you in the butt. You know, being in this double standard situation. So it's like, credit to Dewayne what he said earlier. Pretty much is, you know, we're living in a society right now where, you know, these standards are coming out. These lifelong decisions can be affected either way, whether it's a double standard or not. So, I mean, you're gonna make these decisions, but are they right for you? Right. You know, are they right for your future? You don't know, you know, a lot of these people these strippers in the clubs, that don't have kids right now. They're not gonna, you know, they're not thinking right now probably, oh, my kid, you know, getting pregnant 2 years down the line. Oh, well, I wonder if my kids, you know, their parents have seen me in the strip club, or if they seen me on TikTok shaking it and on OnlyFans, you know. Kids nowadays, they have access to these OnlyFans. Yeah, believe it or not, there's hacks. So they can get to these OnlyFans, you know, videos. I've seen videos, and I'm like, I don't have OnlyFans. You don't even have to have OnlyFans. You can see these videos. Yeah, they out there. Once it's on the internet, it is on the internet for everybody.
It's not hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. This whole
it's a chess game, because it is. Like this right here, people screen record stuff all the time. So now they got software. They got software that allows you to prevent screen recording. So it's chess. So what's the next move? It's like it's like reactive. Everything is reactive. And at the end of the day, I believe that most people make decisions without putting thought into it. Like your boy Kev that got married to the stripper after a month and a half. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't think the fact that she was a stripper is the reason why they didn't last. He knew her for a month and a half and didn't know her.
Yeah. Here's a question from Willette. I don't know if you guys can see that question. Can you guys see that question? No. Okay. Willette says, "Hey, you guys, if you had a daughter and she had an it went away. If she had a daughter and she had an OnlyFans, what would be your response to her? Would you have a do what you do mentality?"
Absolutely not. I'd be like Morgan Freeman. Not Morgan Freeman. What's my boy Fishburne? When his daughter started porn, he paid $1 million trying to get it down, man. You know, and it was too late. She wanted to do it. So even to Dewayne's point, you know, we raise these kids, but they got to make up their own mind. But I would talk to my daughter and just let her know, man, I'm disappointed, man. Like, this is not what the way I want you to go. And let's say she was just gung ho, she gonna do it. Do you really? Have you counted the cost? Do you really understand that this is a lifetime decision you're making right now? You know what I'm saying? It's there.
It does not go away. Can't wait here. Kevin, if your daughter had an OnlyFans,
if my daughter created her OnlyFans, I would die.
Yeah.
Die.
Yeah.
Die. Like, my daughter means the world to me. And I took, I grew up, I don't know about everybody's background, but I grew up with, my dad I was limited to my dad. Even though my dad lived 2 miles down from me, I grew up with my brother raising me and my mama.
Right.
And credit to my brother. And when I had my kids,
shout out, bro.
And I had them at an early age, it changed my life. So both my daughters, I should say, they changed me, and they changed the way that I want to be a representative of what they should have and need as a man in life. So that being said, I need to be that. It's our responsibility as fathers to be that guiding light more than ever,
especially now,
for them growing up, because these new kids, these new age kids, it's different. They're different, and now with everything that's coming out, we got to change with the time. We got to go with the timeline, but we still have to be that voice in their ear and say, "Hey, this is wrong. This is this. This is what can happen in the future." If these girls and boys, I should say, don't have that man in their life to tell them, "Hey, there's consequences, good and bad consequences." If we're not there for them to tell them that, they're gonna fall in line. They're gonna fall in line. They're gonna be that percentage of non-success. They're gonna be that percentage of not being able to go to college, being dropouts, they're gonna fall in line.
Yeah.
And being minorities on top of that is another thing that we have to, they're gonna have to deal with. It's already rough for women in this world, so why make it harder for them? And and why would you want your kids to grow up, and your daughters especially, to grow up in a harder situation? So yeah, it's our responsibility.
It is.
My daughter had that. If she created a OnlyFans, I'm trying to blind everybody with bleach that saw her online. No,
bleach and ammonia.
Man, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's different, man. So I couldn't deal, man. I couldn't.
That'd be tough.
Dwayne?
Well, I got 8 daughters, and every man's fear is their baby girl, their princess, their little one doing something like that. But what I will say first and foremost, because I don't think women that are in these situations hear it enough, there's nothing that my daughters could ever do to make me stop loving him and being there for him.
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
But in the event that something like that would happen, like Kev, and like I'm gonna be mortified, but that's my baby. And it's, I don't know how I would deal with it, because like Kev, instead of bleach, I'm gonna want somebody to smell my cologne. I'm gonna go see you. Like, that's my baby.
You gotta see me, bro.
Yeah,
you gotta see me.
It's so crazy now. My oldest daughter graduated, right? So I remember a time when I would see a girl that I knew in my mind, this was a conversation I had with nobody else, just in my head. But I was like, okay, once upon a time, the comment would have been, "Oh, she legal."
Yeah.
Now the comment is like, "Man, she my baby age."
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, so I look at it now as, and I think all of us, if we real with ourselves, somebody would have killed us if they know what we was doing with or to their daughters at some point in time.
Indeed. Please understand that.
And I think that we have to take that memory and implement it while we're raising our daughters, while we're training up our daughters. Because I'm a firm believer that whatever life,
it is a double
the way you were trained, whatever you were trained, I think that even if you stray and you go out and do a fans only or OnlyFans or whatever it's called, porn, or kill somebody, lie, stick, cheat, steal, embezzle money, you got that seed is going to come up. Yeah. But it doesn't stop purpose. It may affect the way society looks at you. But I think that at the end of the day, regardless of what you've done, you counted up the cost of what comes with it, then you're just going to have to heal from that process after you finish. And you know that some processes take longer than others.
Yeah. Let me clear this up real quick, because I've seen in the comments that I read, there is a double standard. Is the double standard right? No. But there is a double standard.
Absolutely.
So let's be real clear when it comes to that.
You gotta understand it is there.
Yeah, you got to, because there's no understanding without knowing this. There's no knowing the common sense of knowing that there is a double standard. It is. Guy can do one thing and girl do the same thing, and then they're hosts. Like
she's host. And we completely, I know we're using these names with the OnlyFans or whatever, but even with the daughter, I wouldn't want my daughter to make her legacy, her living, off just the fact of her body. I know a girl who I work with. She's just a normal, average girl. And not average, I'm not trying to say in her looks. I'm saying in her life. She's not a celebrity, and she has 14,000 followers. And she show her toes sometimes. She try on new outfits. She try on pajamas and stuff. No, you don't. I mean, you see her skin, but nothing like over the top by society standards, right? But her living is the fact that she's pretty. And I just would want more for my daughter, man. It's all I'm saying. Like,
me too.
I appreciate that you're pretty, but look at these celebrities, man. These girls, they don't be famous. They just famous. That's all they're known for. That they pregnant by a celebrity, and that's Dwight Howard's baby mama. That's her claim to fame.
Yeah,
and her living is, I'm married to this guy. I'm married to that guy. Now they on reality. She's diving into the whole world of just being. I'm pretty. And I just want more than that. That's all I'm saying.
The Temptations had a great song out back in the day that said, "Beauty's only skin deep." Yeah. So please understand that, right? And beauty's not gonna last always. But it's a shame that some of these women have their only claim to fame is, like Ephraim said, I'm Dwight Howard's baby mama. I don't even remember that girl's name.
I don't even know her name. Because it's a diamond.
She was on one of them shows.
Yeah.
She was on one of them.
But you remember Chappelle's show, right?
Yeah. So that's what I mean.
What's the difference, D?
No, I'm saying, you remember what he said when Oprah? Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
No, what is he?
Gotcha.
we do the same thing. Dave Chappelle was like, he got a phone call. Oprah was like, "Hey, Dave.
Oh yeah, I saw the other.
I'm pregnant." He hung up the phone. He was like, "Got the chick." He didn't say chick, but he was like, "Got you."
Yeah.
Look,
it goes one way.
We may not be as opportunistic on average, but we the same. Yeah. Dudes cap and flex just as much as females do. And it's all, the thing is, women generally do it better because they got something we want.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's no pass to blame. It's just like, if you do what you
supply
do.
Supply and demand.
It's supply and demand. People want it. It's hard to turn down $1 million. But like I'm just saying, like how y'all saying count the cost, man. Is that, do you know what you're getting into? Do you know you're sacrificing a little piece of you so that you can give it to the world so that maybe you can get a little bit of this $1 million? You know what I'm saying?
And that goes for men and women. So just put
men and women.
Because there are guys on OnlyFans doing the same thing.
And it takes a little bit of time. It takes a big person to be able to deal with that kind of a past. And what I mean, true story.
I'm so scared.
Here I am in Kansas, right? Mm-hmm. And the church, I would never call her name. I would never say who she was or anything else. However, I told you guys I had a porn addiction. Like, when I say I had a porn addiction, a gig is nothing today, right? But in 2000, if you had 50 gigs of porn on your computer, you had a lot of porn.
Bro, you sick.
Look, that 50 gigs in 2000. So, like, one of those videos just happened to be this average person who was doing porn. And you don't forget faces when you see other stuff with it. Mm-hmm. So I go to church.
Yeah.
And guess who was first lady?
Yeah,
I never said nothing to her, but I went and did some internet research and she was first lady.
Well, you know,
ooh, the devil is a lie.
But you can no, that's not true because you can't change. You can do
no, because she was a different. No, she was a different person.
She's still doing it.
Oh, did she change though? Yeah. Did she
No.
Yeah.
This was the old her. It was like 5 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like it might have been older than that because it was from the mid 90s.
Yeah.
And this is 2000, 2001, and I'm just like, she obviously wasn't doing it anymore, but that was her past. And not a lot of people do, because back then the internet was a lot more anonymous than it is now.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if my comments are coming up on Facebook. I don't think they are or not. But
definitely don't want to hold the past against anybody. You do what you got to do.
I mean, you think about it.
You know.
Yeah. If you think of it this way, and if we held the past against people, there wouldn't be any pastors or any religious people in this church. And let's be honest with that.
No. The only person that could have ever walked earth and had a right to talk would be Jesus.
Exactly.
Everybody else would have to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I need some popcorn. This good stuff.
Well, what's that? There used to be a comedian. There was a comedian at one point that I forgot who said it though. I've heard it before, but it's one goal in life, and it stuck with me. One goal in life is to keep my daughter off the pole.
Yeah,
that's my job.
Chris Rock, yeah.
It was Chris Rock.
Well,
yeah.
Now it's changed up. My goal in life is to keep my daughter from the pole and OnlyFans. That's a goal now, and it's kind of sad that you got to kind of put it like that, you know. And when it comes to reality, a lot of these kids, you know, they grow up with the open mind nowadays, and you really gotta be in their ear and say, hey.
You can't do that.
No. Just straight up.
I apologize to all the women out there who I supported in your nonsense. That I was a part of making you feel you got to continue on in that lifestyle. And it's so funny. When I was single and I heard you was a stripper, I'm like, oh man, that's a bet. She's a freak. You know what I'm saying? But as I began to prepare my mind to get married, stripper was the first one. Like, okay, no, you're off the list. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
it's a good thing.
It's a double standard. You know what I'm saying? And I apologize for my part in the double standard because we and that Terry, I agree with you. Men got to own that part. We perpetuate a lot of that, man. And
can I be an angry man? Can I be an angry man for a second?
Why you be an angry man?
Be an angry black man too.
Look, no, I'm finna be an angry black man for a second. Just for a second.
Okay.
Look, double standards are a part of life.
It is.
And this ain't right, but I almost feel like get over it in this instant. And this is why I say this. A woman can go get an abortion without my permission. But if she decides to keep it, since I don't have a choice in the matter, I gotta pay child support. Tell me how big of a double standard that is. You can keep or kill my child without me being involved, but that same decision causes me to have to pay child support if you decide you want the child, and I don't have a choice in either one because it's your body. So I think if we're gonna be clearing up double standards, I think it's a double standard, but it's a part of life. Deal with it. It's a reality. Yeah. It's a reality of the choice that you make. It's not right, but it's a reality of the choice you make. If you decide to go strip and certain people look at you a certain way, okay, what's more important? Your integrity, your personal comfort, or the money? Because if you don't want people looking at you a certain way, then don't do it. Well, now you're not getting the money. So what's really your motivation? Mm-hmm. Now, if you're a female that has esteem issues, daddy issues, you got a broken image inside of you, then for that sister, for that person, yeah, I'm whatever I can do to help. But if you one that chose the money and then you want me to feel sorry because you chose the money, like I know girls who got mom and dad at home well, I don't know them personally, but I got 3 different Facebook pages, and all of them close to 5,000 people. And there's several people that I've seen pictures of their mom and their dad, and I've seen pictures with them at church, and then I see them in their story advertising on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So for you, when you got everything that you're supposed to have and you decided to chase the money, I don't have any compassion. I won't say compassion, but you got to deal with that. It's different. It's like everybody do the influencing different. What influenced you? Yeah, you still ended up at the same decision, but what led you to that decision? There has to be, like, if you were in court, it's the difference between manslaughter, involuntary manslaughter, and capital murder. Yep. It's like, yeah, all of it's wrong, and I'm using the term wrong based on my morality. So this is my opinion about it being wrong to all the women that might watch this and say, who are you to say that I'm wrong? No, that's your decision, your life. But I'm saying, as far as my morality, if you want to do something that's wrong, you have to take responsibility for the choice that you made, even though there was influential factors that led you there.
Right.
Yeah. Facts.
All right. So we are way past the time that I normally do this podcast, but I got 4 people, so it was good today. I want to thank my guys. I want to thank Kev the Great out of Texas, Dewayne and Ephraim, both out of Georgia, to the time out of their busy schedules to sit with me today.
Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. So if I gave you 30 seconds to give one last piece of advice before we get out of here, what would it be, Kev?
My 30 seconds will be, y'all go hit up my sports page, man. My sports page, I just jumped off.
Thanks.
Me and my boy Rico, we run it. And Ephraim had something I wanted to expand on about the Clippers. We had a discussion yesterday, but yeah, what's called the GOAT sports page. Okay. And we get off on every topic, man. We run the page. It's very smooth. It's we're fresh. We're very fresh, but we look for a growing page. So yeah, y'all go hit up the sports page. You love sports? Come hit us up. You want to brag on your team? Come hit us up. Talk your mess. We love it.
Yeah. I'm curious if Kev thinks LeBron is the greatest after this, but I'll leave that alone. I'll go check out the sports page. LeBron probably gets no love in Texas, but okay. Just for the ladies, man, just remember, and T, man, this is definitely a great show, man. If one of y'all could find, I can't find it because my wife would kill me. I would love to hear from a fans only woman and what she thinks about this. But I'm gonna have to reach out and find one.
Yeah, I know that. I know there's one on the page that you guys are connected to on my Facebook account. I know there's at least one.
Well, we
can find them. They are willing to talk, understanding what it is.
Friends on Facebook with 3 different pages, so yeah, we can find them.
Yeah. Ladies, just count the cost.
Count the cost.
Yeah, I want to piggyback off what Ephraim said. Count the cost, but realize that every choice that you make in life, regardless of what it is, has consequences. Start thinking about them long term. Is what I'm about to do going to affect me 30 years from now? Am I going to be affected by it 50 years from now? Are my children and grandchildren going to be affected by it? And live your life that way. For all of you that are broken, that are doing those pages, there's several people out there that's willing to cry, walk the path with you. And Juanita Bynum did a series 20 years ago called No More Sheets, when she talked about her promiscuity and all the stuff that she was doing. So you can be a prominent woman with a past that's dark and ugly. Just know that you're not in it by yourself, and hey, life is life, but you live, you learn, you grow. So just don't stay there, grow from there.
That's it. That was like a minute and 30 seconds, but we'll
get some Jesus in your life.
Jesus. All right, so I want to thank everybody for coming on. I really appreciate y'all guys. If you guys want to catch the audio version of this is going to be probably up by Saturday across all podcasting platforms. So if you are on Amazon, Apple Music, Android, Google, whatever. You can catch it, the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. If you want to follow the website, it is right there at the bottom, link tree, the Knucklehead Chronicles podcast. Go ahead and follow that. You can get to every platform that I have for this podcast from that website. Thank you, Willette. We really appreciate you. Everybody that came in, we thank you. Thank you for all the shares and the love. I'm going to get on and get out of here. I got to get my little man off the bus in here in a few minutes. So that's the only reason why. Dang it. Y'all have a great one, man. We'll see you next time.
All right.